Hi everyone, welcome again to your yoga journey with Sophie. I'm Sophie and this is step 2 of the journey. This episode is going to be focused on forward folds. This is a move that you do when you bring your head, you fold in two and you bring your head closer to your feet or your legs. The reason I'm focusing this episode on only this and the half lifts is because we do these moves a lot in yoga, but I have almost never seen it done properly. And when not done properly, it's neither good for the stretch itself, because instead of stretching your legs, you end up pulling on your back. And it's not good for the back itself, because it will keep injuring your back and make your back more hunched and more painful with time. So I'm making this episode especially on this topic, and I hope that it will help you a lot in your yoga practice. All of the episodes in this series are available with English and French subtitles. Feel free to use the subtitles if you need to.
Your yoga journey, get that universal love we all need. Reconnect your body and mind and enjoy yourself. At the same time, be grateful and grow on your yoga journey.
So we're going to see 4 poses today. The first pose is going to be Uttanasana, the standing forward fold, also called forward bend. And you go from standing to folded forward. All of these variations are types of forward folds, regardless of how low you go and whether your legs are straight or bent. The second pose is going to be a half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. So half lift with your back straight and legs straight as well. This can be done standing or sitting. The third pose is going to be Paschimottanasana, or seated forward fold. And the fourth pose is going to be Janu Sirsasana, head to knee forward bend, in which one of the leg is bent on the side. Now come onto your mat and hold your hips. Now, often when we do a forward fold, we tend to fold from the back. So this is what it's going to look like, even if we're a little deeper. We want to grab our toes, we just want to touch our feet. So this is what our backs look like. What we really want instead is to be folding from the hips. So how do we do this? Hold your hips. And now inhale, look up, open your chest and stand very straight. So you have a straight line between here, your hips, your tailbone and the crown of your head. And as you exhale, you're going to fold from the hips. From the hips means that the cut here is at the hips, and your hips compared to spine don't move at all. So if I do it again, this is folding from the back, this is folding from the hips. It's okay if your bum goes back a little, it's totally fine at first. And then you're going to come down until you get stuck. When you get stuck, you have 2 options here. You can either simply place your hand wherever you are and feel the stretch at the back of your hamstrings, or you can also bend your knees and go a little deeper, and then here place your hands wherever you feel like it until you feel the stretch in the hamstrings, but you feel a little bit more comfortable to place your hands down. So for example, you could go down until your hands touch the floor and then come back up and straighten the legs until you feel a stretch in the hamstrings. If you don't feel comfortable with the hands on the floor, you can place them on your ankles. You will find the place that suits you best. The important thing here is that you feel a stretch in the hamstrings, but your back is rather straight. You can keep your back straight, and then just because we want to be relaxed, you just relax the upper back, but you don't pull it down. You just relax into the pose. Now this is a forward fold, and everyone's forward fold is going to look different depending on their flexibility, but as long as you feel the stretch in the back, it's fine. Now, after every forward fold, you will always have what we call a half lift. So a half lift is literally you lift yourself halfway until you can straighten the legs and straighten your back. Again here, it might be here, it might be here. Everyone will be different and it's fine. And here in the half lift, what you should feel is an extension of the spine. So we come back to that straight line between the tailbone and the crown of the head. We straighten the legs, but never overextend the knee, and do not place your hands on your knee, pressing them. Remember to always micro bend and place your hands or below or above. And this half lift, as we said, is good to trick the body into relaxing more. So then after every half lift, you exhale and you fold a little more, and you go slowly this time in order to let the body relax into the pose. So you're going to do this again. And inhale, raise your arms to the ceiling. Exhale, arms down. This is a good preparation for the sun salutations because this is going to happen a lot and I won't explain it again. So inhale, hands to the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward, and here you can bend your knees, whatever you feel like, and until you feel that stretch in hamstring. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold again, slowly. Once more, inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, arms to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, so now we're going to come into a seated position and do forward folds on the mat. So for the seated forward bend, Paschimottanasana, also called forward fold, it's the same as when we were standing. We always want to fold from the hips. Now when we sat, this is a little harder actually. This is where I started by showing you where we're standing, but it's the same theory. First, we're going to bring the flesh out from under our legs. This helps us move the hips forward. And then here, if you have a belt, it's even better. If you don't, then it's okay. You can simply grab your shins or your legs wherever you reach. So the first thing we're going to do is place our hands flat on the floor and try to sit as straight as we can, imagining that we have a long wire that pulls us towards the ceiling. And we're going to try to keep this straightness, this straight back as we fold. So grab your belt if you have one. Inhale, raise your arms until the ceiling. And then as you exhale, fold by trying to bring your abs closer to your thighs. So it's not about bringing the head down. Keep your head straight and bring your stomach as low as possible until it gets stuck. Now, once it gets stuck, and you might get stuck here or here, it really doesn't matter. Just where you're stuck, just bring your arms down, and you can loop the belt around your feet if you have one. Otherwise, you can just place your hands where they are, keeping your back straight. Feel that stretch. Now, when we fold the first time, you just relax our back. So it's not about pulling the back down. This actually makes all of the pressure that we put on our spinal disc worse, and this is the cause of a lot of injuries in the back. It's because we are so humped that the spinal fluid gets pushed or gets pressured, and this creates a lot of pain. So don't pull your head hard, just stay where your spine is straight and just relax the upper back so that it doesn't get tired. And then, as always, inhale, half lift, spine super straight, and then exhale, fall back again. So when you do half lift, come back to a place where it doesn't hurt anymore, so you can really relax. And then exhale, fold back again, this time gently and slowly, so that the muscles don't react and don't refuse to be stretched. And stay here. So typically, as always, we stay here for 5 breaths. Now I'm going to show you the other seated forward bend. It's called head to knee forward bend. So for this one, you're going to bend your right knee and let it drop to the side. And you can put the inside of your feet touching your thighs. You can do this sitting on a small cushion, so like a folded blanket, if you wish. Or you can also bring, a block or a blanket to support your knee if you feel that, it's not very comfortable to have it up there. And then here it's the same as before. We're going to keep our shoulders square to the front. Our shoulders tend to move to the side a little bit, especially if we're not flexible. Just try to keep them square. If you move the shoulders, it's a different position. So because we want to focus mostly on the hamstrings here, we want to remain straight. And it doesn't matter if we don't go too far. Now grab your belt again. Inhale, raise your arms until the ceiling. And exhale, fold. As always, keeping your back straight, then half lift, and then fold again, keeping your back straight, and then just if you want, you can just relax a little bit the upper back and the head. And again, we stay here usually for 5 breaths. Now in all of these poses, you can always bend your knee a little. If you feel more comfortable this way, you can always bend your knee and then fold just until you find that stretch. So it's the same thing, whether you fold the knee, go a bit deeper, or extend the knee and stay a little bit more up, it's the same. It's like we have a long wire that is just linking our entire backs. So whether you bend the knee or not, it's going to stretch at some point anyway. All right. Now we're going to do the same on the other side, just to show you. So always when you come out of this pose, bring the knee back up straight and then extend your leg. Same thing on the other side. Bring the knee up and then let it drop to the side. This is to protect the knee and avoid weird torsions. Here, inhale. Extend your back. Exhale, fold. Grab your toe or use a belt or just grab your shin. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold again, straight back, and then relax the upper back. And stay here for 5 breaths again. I hope that you liked today's episode. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Otherwise, if you have any question, write it in the comment section down below. In the next episode, we are going to talk about sun salutations, and I'm going to offer 3 different versions depending on your level of upper body strength. In any case, I hope to see you soon, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye!